Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Professor with Day Trading for Success. I'm back for my third trading session. This is the afternoon session. So right now, how we're doing is actually I forgot to update trading view. So let me do that real quick. I'll do that while I'm talking to you, but we're doing the scalp and recoil strategy. And I'm just sorry. It's going to take me a second because I got another screen over here and I'm trying to make sure that I get to the right area here here's my calendar on TradingView, set to the right count, and my intraday, and then refresh, open. Wow, that's bizarre. It's not showing what we did on. Oh, is that the wrong month? Oh, yeah, it's the wrong month. It's like, that's terrible. That's not terrible, but I mean, it was like, showed $77 for the day that I knew was 400 and something. I'm like, something's wrong with this picture. Let me just adjust it real quick here, guys. I'm at 150% expanded, I think, because of Benzinga. Okay, take screenshot. Now I gotta move this over to the OBS. Save file. And I should be able to put this in here. By the way, read that real quick. And let me work on something. I'm getting a cat in my way, so I'm trying to move the OBS screen. Let's see. Da, 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 da. 1 minute, guys. Sorry. I'll be trading in just a moment. Browse. Okay, I think I got that entered now with the latest. Yeah, so I don't have today's yet, but this is where we're up to for this month then. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, Friday was 454, so that was pretty good. And we're going to be doing the same strategy that we did, that we've been doing, which is the strike and recoil. So I'm going to be calling this short bias, trading Tesla, starting with 150 shares, and then willing to go up to 300 shares. Here's where we're at today so far, 107. So to go for our mortgage, we're just basically a mortgage payment this month. We're just basically going for 120 bucks. We've already made it. The average mortgage payment is $2,200 nationwide. So we're already up to 25, whatever that was. So we're good. We've got many days left to trade as long as we don't have another big red day or something. We only had a $300 red day so far this month. No red days. That was my first red day of the actual year, doing the same strategy all year long. Why is that? Not because I'm so good. It's because this strategy is really safe, and it's teaching you basically how to scalp. Let me just look at the SPY and the QQQ real quick here. Everything. This is a different layout than what I used on my last session for trading the RV strategy. So, okay, interesting. On the QQQ, we banged off the center pre-market line. Now we're just banging off the VWAP as a ceiling. On the SPY, same thing. It banged off the center pre-market, but it is using a ceiling for the VWAP as well as the pre-market high. So interesting. On Tesla, we went way up. So here's our market magnet. We're kind of in the middle of. Our volume's pretty low compared to what it was. Yeah, there was more up here, but our VWAP is that our VWAP right there? Yeah, so here's our VWAP. So our VWAP's sort of where most of the capital is, sort of our defaulted floor here, we'll call it. And I'm trying to go short biased off this level right here. I just marked some smoothing levels here to see if they can help us at all. I would be more concerned about going long here. Let me see what our lag is for you guys. Okay, it's back to 4 seconds, thank God. Yeah, this morning was like 11 seconds. So I'm reading the news. I have the general news up here, which is not linked, and it's just a SPY, okay? So, spoken says. All right, they said they have full control, no reason to mine it. Interesting. Well, I have a feeling there's about to be some land troops if they don't fix this up, and some massive bombing. So Elon Musk, this is the one that I have specifically linked to Tesla. Again, it's kind of hard to yeah, he's got that new chip making plan, so interesting. The news has to be pretty extreme for Tesla for it to seem to affect it either way. Here's our scanners I went over this morning. These are all coded. Tesla's number 3 on the list right now on the consolidation scanner. So that's pretty high up there to trade, which is great. It's $6 off of its open, and Nvidia is down. Interesting. Palantir's $6 up. MU's $20 down. Yeah, as it breaks below 400, I might take a swing long on that. But with the news right now, God, what a risk to take any trades, right? Swings. So I have a swing with Apple at 253. There was a chance I could have got out earlier for just a small amount of money, but I held into it. And I also have a swing with Nvidia, and I think I'm at 181. Yeah, so I'm way off. These are not big share sizes, but that's where I'm at for my swings. I'm willing to wait it out months and months. They're swing trades, so it's not the same as what we're doing right here. Okay, so we're heading back up to where I might be interested in taking a short. I am going to go market so I can get in. And as we get up into this area here, I am willing to add at the 381.10, but it would be so I'm willing to go pretty red on this. That's the way I trade this strategy. You have to have your maximum loss. Obviously, you're just observing me. If you're here, you do your own due diligence. You take your own trades. But I can show you what I'm doing, and if that helps in some way, then I hope it does. But what I can afford to lose and what you can afford to lose could be something completely different. So you should have your max loss for sure. You should be being careful. You should be logging your trades. You shouldn't even be trading with real money unless you've been green in a sim for many times. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, guys. So, all right. So everything's been said. Everything's been talked about. Now we're just going to make some money. I'm trying to not overmove the chart since I've got several complaints on that. I do have the multi-chart alignment set up here. Here's when these chart time increments close. Here's what they look like: 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour. Here's the overall breadth of the market on a 5-minute movement. QQQ, SPY, SMH, overall breadth of what we're trading. Of course, I've got our target range here based on the last 5 candles smoothed out. 19 cents high, 10 cents low. There's our spread. And then, of course, this is really the engine that drives the whole thing, which is we can see inside a 1-minute candle where the buyers are, where the sellers are, what does it look like. And this will, if the volume surpasses the last volume, this will turn blue and you'll hear a ding like that's the direction to go short term. Maybe. Everything's a maybe. You're just looking for an edge, right? This also has the MACD specially set for this. That's what that white arrow is. This is the buy-sell oscillator, which is more for RSI, relative strength. And I usually use that to get out, and I use the MACD to get in. And I don't have to have all the studies down here taking up space because the arrow is just going to tell me. You don't have to sit there and think about what is that really saying. You just look at the arrow. That's why I like these. They're designed for prop firms, so they make it really really, really easy to teach traders. And then these gray lines are the whole and half dollars, like that's 380. That's a psychological level where people take trades, so it's good to have them there. So if you don't like putting smoothing levels or levels that might work for you, then don't do it. If it's too busy, it reminds me like this level's been respected many times. So it's really, I'd call it 379.50. So I'd call that level as a potential long, although I really don't want to go long with this stock right now. I just don't want to go long. Yeah, there's a short way up here at 385. That's its high today, 385. Remember, we've got that gap sort of all the way down at 350. It hit 360 earlier yesterday, last night or whatever. We're kind of in the middle of an area that's hard to call, but I would hesitate to go long here. Although the VWAP is there, so something to consider. Sometimes it's best just to wait out these trades and not force them, you know. We almost made our goal today. Really, we're $13 off, but it would be nice to make more. But if you've made your goal, you should stop. That's really the logic. Remember, we're like tortoise traders on this. We're trying to find a range, a ceiling and a floor. Go long off the floor, short off the ceiling. Why that range is working. And it could be what we call channel hopping, where it goes up to another range. Like right now, we kind of have a channel here. And then it might hop to another channel or hop down here to this channel, which I'll actually mark. Is that an even dollar? It is. Perfect. So it stopped at the even dollar. The whole and half dollars are kind of calling out the channels. But I'll mark them just so it's clear vision. So my point is that once it starts to move out of the channel, you better be very careful. You could add, like if I went long, say, here, and then it dropped, I'd want to be prepared to ride it all the way to the next channel bottom with my share size, and then maybe scale in so that it doesn't have to come all the way back to where I got it for me to make money, and if it stays in this channel. But you have to figure that in your share size, right? You might only want to have 10 shares because you're going down 50 cents, you know, or 50 shares or whatever it might be before you add in and double it. So it's just the way I trade. I scale in because that's from swing trading. You know, so often you will wait for an entry on a swing trade and it never gets there and it just goes the other direction. But you were like within 25 cents. God, if I just would have taken it, it went $5 my direction. So what traders do when they swing trade is they take a small portion of what they intend to trade and put it in there so they don't miss the trade. They can add to it as it starts to go their direction. But at least they're not missing the trade. So I've taken that logic and brought it into scalping, channel trading, the strike and recoil strategy, which this is what this is. Now, most of you that trade with me every day, you already know all that. This is just for the few outliers that might be popping in. But that might not, scaling into a trade might not be good because you might just keep scaling. You might just keep holding. If your mind is not, it doesn't have a clear plan and you don't have a clear exit strategy, you're really asking for it. You start adding as it's going against you. You know, most people say never do that. But if you can control and you have your max loss, then I absolutely do that. I do it all the time. It's how I trade. But I would say that 90% of the time I never have to do it. I just take my 20 cent up profit or 15 cents down profit, roughly, maybe a few cents before it hits their targets, and get out. And I'm happy with that. Then I get the next trade and get out. You don't hold on. It's a winning trade if it's green. Remember that. It's all. You can't. I've said it too. I wish I hadn't left that money on the table. But it's a bad thing to get in your head. If you made money on the trade, you're doing great, and you're free to trade. And you see how often I get trapped? I get trapped, and so many opportunities go by me as I'm sitting there just out of the channel, waiting for it to come back up, where I get these highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows. Just like I've lost 10 trades waiting to make, $10. So it's just, you've got to have discipline on what you're going to do. And I don't know why I brought that up, getting trapped. I had a point there. I lost it. Stop moving the chart. Okay, I got to keep. See, I'm training myself to do something different. I talked this morning about how I think streaming is how I started to move the chart like that. Because when I'm not streaming or I'm on Zoom, I didn't do it, and now I'm starting to do it everywhere. I'm even getting a sore arm, like carpal tunnel from, it's just stupid. So I think it's like I'm kind of killing time. Like feel like I've got to say stuff, so I'm moving around, because you guys are wanting me to, I think you're wanting me to imbibe words of wisdom that I just often do not have. if I have them ever, but so I get into the entertainment mode, and then I start fidgeting, killing time. It would be kind of boring if I just sat here and didn't say a word, though, right? Even if what I say isn't that interesting, I don't know. You can always turn off the volume if you don't like it, right? This morning, I'm waiting, I might just go long here. I don't want to do it, but I don't know how long we want to wait for this. So that's at the 50-cent level on the market maker I'd want to see. And then I could go down $1, but at 50 cents, but that's like $75 if I go that low. And by the time I get out, it could be $100 negative. So I could lose everything we have already by taking a trade I don't really want to take, just because it's less of a chance of working, in my opinion. I like the shorts. But do I need to wait for that level? No. 380, anything over 380 in a decent way, I could start trying. Like 380.25 or something. There's E3. Wow, there it goes. Okay, I'll go for it. I'm asking for it now. Here we go. It's going to go all the way up now. This is what we call the recoil. I'm waiting for the recoil now. That was the strike as it went up. Looking for the recoil to come back down. I'm at 38 cents. It's right near me. It's just kind of torturing me a little bit. All right, so that thought it was going to swing to like 15, 20 bucks when I hit it, but so it wasn't much, but it was something. It was like $10. So that's first of all, it's green, so it's a winning trade. But I think anything that gets into the double digits of money is okay. You just have to do more of them. That's all, to make more money. Now, if you wanted to make the average income of what the average person makes in this country, it's $65,000. That's $250 a day. Wow. I have to take that. Wow, it dropped right when I went in. Wow, that's too bad. It dropped right when I grabbed it, because I wanted to get into the 60-cent range, 64, 65. Instead, I'm at 56. So I'm 10 cents off right off the bat. So this is where it had stopped before. Oh, I don't like to see it breaking that. Look at that, huh? Wow. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go for it, guys. So now I have 300 shares, and this could hurt bad. So I'm totally prepared to be hurt bad. Remember, if you've made your goal, you shouldn't even be here taking this journey with me. So it's at the ATR high, and I really thought that could be the rejection level. So there wasn't just news, was there? No, nothing that I see here. I'm not going to go above 300 shares. I just have to figure out how badly I want to get hurt here. So if it keeps going against me, I'll have to cut it at some point here, probably the 81.50. Well, let's see. See, now that the sellers took back control here a little bit, so that's good. We're waiting for the recoil to come back down here. That's a pretty big move it hasn't done. So I do think we're gonna get a pullback here. Unless it decides to head way over to where it was earlier, which was way up here. Yeah, 84. Yeah, so at some point here I'll have to call it if it keeps hurting me here. I can wade into this move a bit. We can get it back if it goes against us. I'm not panicked about it. We're pretty low share size, really, guys. So as long as we don't just let it go for like $5 up or something, we're okay. It's going to pull back. Confidence is high. Let's break back through that ATR high and get a nice big dip. So I'm up at 380.92. So I'm like about right in here. Let me mark my position. So that's what I'm trying to get to, just to break even, is this level right there. Hurting. Yeah, I'm definitely red for the day now, so it's always the risk when you come back and trade. Unfortunately, sellers did weaken on that one. Kind of surprised. I might have to wait this out a little while because it made a bigger move than usual. It's making me want to go long bias by the way this is moving now. Ouch. Really needs to start fading on me here. I'm getting concerned. Oh, there we go. Let's get a red candle here. It is prudent to not add additionally here. It is prudent to just wait it out. Less of a loss, but we want a profit, obviously. Now it's got a long way to come down, so it gets a little more tedious when it has to move so far to reclaim, you know. No more red days. We don't want another red day. We're doing good. We made our monthly goal already, which is great. There was somebody here that reads palms in the studio, so I had my palm read earlier. Wow, I was green for a split second, huh? You see that? That would have probably slipped. I don't know if I really believe in that stuff, but it was interesting. I don't know if I believe in anything. Wow, probably should have taken that green, huh? So now that it's hurting me again, it's like, damn, just get out of the trade. It's not doing what you want anyway. It looked like it was going to make a bigger move, right? So that's always the danger. Like, yeah, but now I can really make money. So that's a hangman. That means most of the buyers and sellers are, most of the action's at the top of his head there. But it's not really a hangman because a hangman is supposed to be at the top of the trend. I mean, you could call that, and this is a 1 minute, so it's even hard to call this a trend, quite frankly. But wow, that was a pullback that didn't continue to pull back, and now I'm regretting not just getting out of that trade. I was telling a stupid palm reading story and missed it. Now I'm in danger again. Danger, Will Robinson. This line, I was like, what is that line? Oh, that's my level. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything, that line. Unless you believe in the puppet master. Okay, give me down there again. I will get out if you do it again. I I won't play for a big profit. I'll just play for getting out. Yeah, here we go. Come on, make a big push. Make a big push. Here you go. You want to go. You want to go. Dig it down. Dig a hole. Dig a big hole right down there. You just stop right at the ATR. Come on. You can pound through that. Everybody's rooting for you. It's a big party for you down there. Let's go for it. They're cheering. They're cheering to see if you can get down there. They love you in your red suit. It's trying. I'm looking at the market maker here. I'm a ways away still from the market maker making me money there. Because it's going to slip is the thing, so. But it is showing signs of drifting down. I mean, that was some pretty strong sellers right there. So this candle means a lot. I want this one to keep going down or be very weak buyers. That's not very weak. What we don't want is for this to increase past the last candle's volume and hear your little ding and you see it turn blue and everybody's jumping on and they're going long and it goes way up here. Buyers pulling back, 10 seconds left. Volume's nowhere near as high as the buyers come in, so that's good. Now this one should turn red. We want a red one. This called, see how weak it was? This calls for the reds to come in. Sellers coming in, taking over. He said with confidence. Boy. This is what I was talking about, being trapped out of the channel. This is being trapped. It's like it's creating a channel just out of my position. It's kind of the high of the channel on the 50-cent mark. So I'm missing trades in here, and I'm not able to trade is what my point is. And if I get out, I'll take a pretty big loss. But the ATR and the 50-cent line are kind of making a level here. That's the MACD, so that's a good sign. Convergence, divergence, sending it down. Come on, baby. You got it. Send it down. It's that white arrow. It's very accurate. It should send it down. That's a custom indicator. I'm talking like the indicator sends it down. The indicator just makes note of what's happening. The indicator is saying, go down. I do talk about these things like they're alive, you know. In my head, it's, the whole thing is just alive, And I can see it that way. See the whole thing better, like a living creature. Really does look like it wants to reject. I hope this is not a flat top breakout here. I want to see a rejection here. It looks like it wants to reject to me. I mean, the data is showing a rejection here, so we're rooting for that. The longer it takes, the scarier it is that it won't reject. I'm fidgeting more because it's not where I want it to be. Could have a lot of little trades in here if I just would have grabbed that when it poked down there. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Now I'm losing time. So at 3 o'clock, the countdown should come up when market closes if I fix this correctly. So I'll find out at 3 o'clock if it's going to work. 3 o'clock East Coast time, United States. But it adjusts to whatever time you're at, obviously. God, it's just sitting here torturing me. Took my hand off the mouse. Kicking back. You don't sweat me. That's what I'm saying. You don't sweat me. That's a Paulie line from Rocky. That's I'm aging myself. You don't sweat me. Oh, for God's sakes, reject. It looks like it wants to break through, huh? Jeez. Reject, reject. There's no love up here. There's no oxygen up here even. You will die if you go up here. Bad nosebleed right here. Then you pass out. You won't be able to reach the ejection handle. You won't even be able to know to pull it. Come down here, underneath the flat top. That's right. Keep the parameters of the contest. You're right down here. Man, part of me just wants to go red so I can get out. I can go green again real quick, you know? What do we like for the whole? Yeah, we're down 45 bucks for the day. Now worse, so. Oh dear, that's not good. That's not good. 65. It has to reject here. I have to get out. I'm going to take a hit if it doesn't reject off the 50 cent. Break down below it again. 52 on the bid, 53 on the market maker. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out. I'm just trying to see if there's any reason why it should be turning around here, and I don't see it. There it goes. One more time to get a big rejection. 42 was its low on the bid, 42 cents. 41 now. It's swaling down, which is good. I don't see anything on the level 2 that's going to help me. There's the 9 moving average now, almost acting like support. Oh, man. Yeah, I should have taken that when it was down at the 40 cent. So I'm going to look for one more swale down and get out. Any kind of a swale down and just take a loss here, guys. I'm going to call it because it's not going my way. As soon as I get out, it will go down. 76, 73. I'm looking at the pennies, not the money. 872. Can we get back down, or is it just bad trade? Bad trade. 75. 71. 70. Oh, man. Oh, gotta get out. Ouch! Bad trade. How bad are we? 150 down. Really thought short bias was the way. Oh, boy. It better not just go. Okay, so let me re-look at this stock and see what's going on here. We're going to clear these, clear the drawing set and get a better look at this. So we have a level over here. Got one there from the day before. That's kind of where we're at right now. The high of yesterday. And then there's the high today, roughly. Now we got to fight our way back here. Yeah, 82 really. Call that 82. So the ATR high to the 82 level, maybe. It did that earlier this morning, and this is from the previous day. So how high, how close was it to that level? Yeah, right there. So it's that's a pretty decent level, and that was a pre-market level. You never know, right? I mean, what's going to happen, but it definitely shook me out of that trade. Came back down to 58. Came back down like, you know, 30 bucks. I could have been just under 200 down, but still, you got no rhyme or reason. So I've got to try to pick this up again, pick up shorter scalps in here. There's the 50-cent line that was killing me. Do I switch to long bias? There's our VWAP way down here. Really thought it would come back down. Which of course it still can. I just couldn't ride it out. SPY's flat from the open. QQQ's flat from the open. Nvidia's down like 70 cents from the open. Apple's down like $1 from the open. AMD is like $1 down. MU is way down, $21 down. And then of course Tesla is up $8 from the open. I think it's going to go back down. I just didn't wait it. I didn't want to wait it out. I'm worried about going long here. 50-cent level, we can give it a shot. It's going to get me both ways if it goes back, if I go long and it goes back down. Isn't that always the way, right? We had a couple of good trades off of it, and then it hit me for a big one. Just waited it out, and could have got out, as you saw, green. I just didn't take that shot. Went for more money, and then it stung me. Looking to go long at the 50-cent. I'm going to wait to see how hard it hits it. I can't remember. I was way down here, right? Yeah, my position. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and relive that trade for a while. You'll have to excuse me. Six minutes to see if my code's going to work. Smoothing level right there. Well, I wanted to get out so I could take some trades, so I've got to start taking some trades and stop being a chicken. Just looking for it to move a little bit bigger range. All right, don't keep fading on me. So I'm not going to try to get it back all at once because that's the kiss of death. That was a perfect recoil and would have been a great trade if I wasn't down. Well, it still is a good trade. Just you tend to want to hold longer when you get into a hole, and that's really so dangerous. Just, you had a bad trade, go back to your 80% accuracy and just chip away until you get green again. Man, I hesitate to do that. I should go short up there. It already gave me a recoil. I just didn't take it. $82 level. It's been way past there today. $84.50 even. All right, I'm going to go for it. Looks like it's about to go right back up, so I'm going to ride the back up, even though it wasn't the best position. Got me down a little bit more. Well, how much do I actually have to go? All right, so I'm 120 down. So when that reads $80 down, I am at least green for the day in case we run out of time, so I know. And we're having fun. Right? Everybody having fun. 2 minutes till code check. Woo! Boy. See that? That went all the way up to 08. This is why I hesitate to short. I think it's still making its move up. It's just been going up for a while now. You look on the 5 minute, you can get caught up in this micro data. But you can even see on the 1 minute that now switching to long bias seems to be the way to go. So I'm going to look for dips and go long biased. This 82 could become the new floor. There's 82.50. Yeah, definitely channel hopped here. Glad I'm not stuck in a short again. Yeah, it never recovered for me, so I was going to be red no matter what I did. I could have been a little less red, but not much. Since I missed that one, that was the one trade right there. I could have got out for green and I didn't take it, the one candle. And then it just never got that low again and just kept, you can see, just kept torturing me all the way up. That could be its new low now. I'm going to go for it. Could be its new low. Well, broke the 200 anyway. I got a little recoil out of that. My accuracy is still very, very good. It's just the bigger loss skewed it a lot. Okay. How much do I take here? It's making a move. There we go. Chipping away. Take it. 67. Don't like the look of that. It needs to stay at this 50-cent mark. It didn't stay at it. Oh boy. I'm not gonna let it happen to me twice. I was just about ready to get out of that move there. Seeing if it's yeah, it's trying to recover here. Stepping up. Oh, darn, that was a $3. I was down for only $3 there at one moment. Oh, I gotta get out. All right, so I'm back to where I started from. I just didn't want to get stuck in that, so I got out quicker. Obviously, it's going to torture me today. Oh, it came up. You guys probably saw that. So, here we go. We can put that wherever we want. So I have 57 minutes to make this money back. See, if I'd held that a little longer, but now I'm trading with less confidence. Made almost a little abandoned baby down here. That's a good reversal sign with a rickshaw man. Darn, that would have been a good trade had I held it. So it did hold. I mean, it went down, but that's normally where I add, but I would have added down here actually, but now since I'm in the hole, I don't have the cushion. I'm trading differently. I like the idea of being green every day. Friday was 400 and something. So today is down 140. What's it doing here on the bigger picture? Do I buy it this time? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Only because I just want to keep trading. I just got to get in the mix and go for it. That was up there pretty good for a minute there. What's our range? 17 cents? So up in the 60 cent. I'd like to get it up into the 60 cents up there. Here we go. That was almost the recovery of what I needed for what I just lost. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool indicator in Python here. That was a subscriber sent me his. He has some other things on it. I think I'm going to keep it the way he's been correct, improving it too. It's fun to work on scripts, it really is. But I think this is all we really need. I don't want to get too busy. But I get caught off guard sometimes. I get so focused on the actual short-term price action that I don't see how close I am to the close. So that's particularly good for me. Not so much the market open. That I know. But this, I forget. Like I won't have the post market. I won't see this gray because I'll be over here and tight, and then I'll be like trading, not in such a hurry to get what I got to get. So anyway, I think this is good for me. I always want to see the date. This is just an advertisement thing. I'm shameless. And then I always want to see the time because the time's pretty small up here, All right. What did I get at 45? I had a chance to get it in the 30s there and I missed it. I want a quick recoil here, and I need a quick recoil. The 5-minute chart's starting to look a little nasty down there. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of this the second I can get out of it. Yeah. All right. I think I got $1 or something. I just didn't trust that, so I'm going to look for a better entry. A little gun shy. Being a little gun shy here. I just wonder if I should switch to short biased. This ATR should be some serious support for it. I'd like to see what it's going to do down here if it keeps going down. It's kind of at 8110, 8109. We're getting to where, had I held it this long, I wouldn't have lost all this money, because I think my position was down here, right? Yeah, it was right down here was where I was. I got close to it, but not enough for me to get out. Sorry, I can't let it go. You know how you torture yourself that. A lot of it's in the day trades, right? You get shaken out, then you look at the end of the day, and it's like, had you held it, you moved like $10 your way. You know, just like, No, it was a while where I exclusively traded with brackets, so it wasn't up to me. It would just shake me out on the bracket. You know, you had to keep making higher and higher levels of brackets so it wouldn't kick off too soon when you trade volatile stocks. You know, you can't lose too much, you know, but you know, if you make it higher and higher, you can lose more, obviously. So you kind of said it like, well, it's got to move $3. Well, that's $300 if it moves against me, you know, from the get-go and never goes up at all. It's like, am I willing to lose $300 and I can't even watch the price action because I walk away, or should I lower my share size, you know? And so there's just that way of trading, and I like the idea of being in control, instantly reading, because you're kind of just not reading the indicators anymore, or the flow, order flow, or anything. You just left it to chance on a bigger picture move. For those of you who know what I mean with brackets, there's some sense of security there that you just know you can only lose this much, and probably much less than your max loss, because it'll go up before it goes down. And let's just say you're doing it long and you set the bracket. Your sell-off price moves up with the price going up, so it's never going to go, you know, down worst case if it starts to move for you, you know. You can never lose more than what you set that bracket for, and most likely you lose less. Of course, the idea is to make money, but I'm just saying you always think about how much you can lose when you trade, and when you gamble, you think about how much you can win. It's a different mindset, you know. Used to be a professional gambler, so I never thought about how much I could lose. You know, I was just like, how much can I win? You know, that was how my mind worked. Back in the day, you did blackjack. It was really easy because they sometimes only had 2 deck shoots, and if you can't memorize 2 decks, you know, you shouldn't be gambling. So you just count those face cards in tens. You sit on the far right. You're the last one that's dealt, or better yet, you have 2 or 3 people working together, and then your odds keep getting better and better as the decks get thinner in the shoot, because they won't replace it. Depends on how good the dealer is too. Sometimes he plays those things right down, man. It's just like you literally know what card's coming up, you know. So that's whether you're going to double down or do. Anybody who knows how to play blackjack knows what I'm talking about. And they got into like 5 and 6 deck shoots where it got to be a lot harder. And then they would, you know, they'd constantly pull out the dealer. They, you know, and then they'd watch you to make sure you weren't like working as a team. It got harder to. It's not cheating, right? I don't think card counting is cheating. I mean, you want to leave it to chance? No, you want to make money, right? But the casinos would call it cheating, because they just want you to come in there and just blow all your money. What I really did not like about it was back then everybody smoked, and there was just I was aging, you know, an hour every minute with that breathing in that crap, and just the sound noise around you with all the slot machines, and then you come out and you just reek of cheap perfume and cigarettes. It's like you got to make a lot of money to live with that every day. You better be making good money, because it's just not. It stopped being any kind of fun. It was just about the money, which is pretty good for a while. But then they get you. They start to tag you right off the bat. If you become, even if you rotate casinos, you know, they would tag you, figure out who you are, and you know, come right over and direct you to something. We'd love to have you play here, but we don't want you to play blackjack. You know, whatever it is that you're succeeding in. Why don't you try your luck at something else? No, it's not really luck if you know what you're doing, right? Just like trading, if you know what you're doing, probability becomes stop being luck, you know. I kind of want to do a smoothing level here, guys. It's kind of stopping right around here a lot. 36. I think I'm going to start to make some moves here. Yeah, I'll get in right there. So I got in at 33, hoping that it's going to keep doing what it's been doing. Ugh, cut me down. That was just a small trade. It should have been triple that. But it still was a green trade. Look at the 5 minute, make sure we're not making a pattern that I need to know about. Still I'm going to go long bias still. Even though it kind of made a lower high there. Here and here. Oh, running out of time, boys. Come on. It just is grinding here. Volume's dropped half of what it was. And we were trading up in here. This is where I lost the money. Look for an entry down there, and you know, kind of in the low 30 cent range, anywhere in there. Looking at the market maker so I can get filled by market. Geez, it's barely moving 10 cents now. It's just right in here. Second you count on that, it makes a big channel hop. 32, I like it. I think that's good. Let's see. Really? Now you want to hop down right when you had a thing going for you. So this would be the point of no return. That ATR would be bad news for me if it breaks below that. That's like 09. There we go. Could have got out for a tiny bit right there. Oh boy. It just I make a little and then it takes it right away again. There, now it broke it. Jeez. It's not really broken it yet. So we'll go ahead and go for broke here. Well, not broke, but hoping it's going to recover off that level. Run out of time to try to make this back, so I'm taking bigger chances. It's not a lot of money, guys, so but it can be if I don't cut it, but right now it's still very controllable. It just means I might have a red day, but it's not a big red day. I'm at 17 cents. You know, it's right there. It's just that I doubled my share size, so it appears that it's way off my mark. Now it's off my mark quite a bit. Yeah, now it's hurting me. There it goes. Okay, 150 was my level, and then depression set in. You know how when it breaks a level, it barely breaks it and comes back up. That's what I was rooting for. That it was still support, but now it's really broken it. So had I stuck short biased, so now we're in trouble. Now we have 271 down. Took away half of our Friday winnings. Friday seems so easy. This does not seem easy right now at all. Clearly. And it looks like we're going to have a red day unless something really amazing happens here. I can't go, I can't take huge chances here. I can't. Just to try to get that back, I can't start revenge trading. You're not going to see me revenge trading for this kind of share size, guys, just so you know. But I'm a little annoyed because I want to be correct, but I'm being witnessed. So, I want the crowd to go wild. I don't want it to go like, dude, what's he doing? Does he even know how to trade? But no, it's not about the money like that. Not like that. There are times when it's 10,000, 15,000 that I can get a little more hyped about it. But you got to look at the big picture. How much did you really make for the month, the year, how are you doing overall? Because this is pretty minor stuff. And I did have some money already, so it's 271, not 3 something. So did it find its new bottom now? Maybe, probably not. I would go short off the ATR if it went up here. Let me see what this. I'm using my calculator here. It's a bad thing when I'm seeing how much I can margin up to. What's our share price? I'll put 382. So yeah, I can do like 480 shares. So I could start at 200. So I guess that's what I'll do, and then go average up to 400. Try to recover. Definitely risky, but it's not. It's not a lot of shares, guys. But yeah, when we're going for $120 a day, it can definitely appear to be a lot of shares. So I'm going to put a line here just so I can remember what this actual price is. So it's just about 81.11. So there it is. So there we go. I did it. Let's hope that it's going to fall back down and not go straight up. I went for a recoil, and it's going to hurt me. Oh, 5. Oh, 5. Okay, I'm going to call it, guys. It's just not. It is non-readable right now. I'm not getting it. I hope some of you are getting this. I went off that level thinking on a rejection. And now I just dug a deeper hole. And this is what happens, 300. This is what can happen. I don't know. I don't think that was a bad call. Obviously it was a bad call, but I think it very likely could have continued to go down right there. Let me just take a look for one more minute. I know I said I was going to stop, but if it gets all the way up here, I will short it again. If it shoots up that high. 82.22. I'm trying to predict the levels, and usually it can be done, but Tesla is making it very, very hard with this action to, You know, and I'm going higher share size than I had been doing this morning. So there's not as much chance to scale in if you get it wrong. This is where I got in before. Right through 81.05 short. Yeah, I can't dig out in this short a period of time, so this is just stupid. This is not calling to me in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how to tell you to trade that. No indicators are helping me here, and these smoothing lines are for crap right now. They're not doing anything. So the ATR didn't work. It broke it both times. You know, the market magnet worked up here, but was, you know, where's the bottom of the magnet? Oh, way down here. That's a really wide range. I can't help you with these, clearly. Let's see if there's anything else I can help you call. But that went against me, so we'll update that in a minute and look at our overall month. I think we're still above our goal, but that hurt. Yeah, let me just download this and see where we're at, guys, while you're here. So I'm going to block my screen for a second. So I'm not sure what shows up here. I don't think there's anything I have to hide here, but let me just make sure when I go to download the trades. So you already know how much when I go to account statement, is anything? No, so it doesn't show anything here. So we'll go back. Yeah, we'll just go back 2 days, which is Saturday, and then I'll download this file, export file, save, go back to yeah, I just entered this is all I did. I couldn't remember if it says something different there, but like it gives it, that's how much I'm down today, so that's what it should show. It's weird how sometimes it just doesn't do that though. Let's see. Let me open up Trading View over here. And import trades. Make sure the account's correct. Correct account. Upload file. Double click file. Import trades. One selected. Correct account. Intraday correct. Refresh status. Ouch. Look at all that red. Yeah. Okay. Calendar. There I am. Open up. Yeah, 304. Is that what I said I was down? Yep, so it's doing it correct, which is good. And I'm going to take a screenshot, capture the area, save. Click on OBS, the properties, and browse. Grab the latest saved, which I think is this one. Say okay. Did it bring in the right one? Yeah, there it is. Ouch! So what does that say? Still says 2200, right? It's hard for me to read here. Yeah, so our goal was 2200. So we're still there, but I have 2 red days. So that's painful. What are you gonna do? It's not like me. It's been a tough month this month. I never have red days, so I know that sounds egotistical, but I think it's, you know, I trade in a safe way, I feel. So, and of course if you got crazy, you could have suddenly had $2,000 down. So you got to be careful here, So, trying to get green, like, no, I don't want to red, And that's what I was starting to feel that way, just to keep the, the victory for the channel, And it's just like, I thought to myself, like, what are you doing, And I just stopped. So, and that was that. So what I will do is, let me see where I can, I'll find out where to put this script on the bottom of a more information of a video, and then I'll announce tomorrow morning what video I put this on for a period of time if you're interested in getting this Python script for free, so for a while. This is just totally, I'm never going to sell it, but I'll make it for free for you. It's just, you have to just go find it. I'll tell you where, but if you're not watching, you don't get it. And everything's just going down now, huh? What does it look like here? Nvidia down $1, Intel's even, Tesla's going back down. MU is down $20 there. Palantir's still up 7. Amazon's up $1. Apple's down $2 roughly. AMD is down $2 from the open. What's the SPY at here? SPY is down $1. QQQ is down $1. Wow, it's just across the board kind of flat, really. All right, guys, I'll be back in the morning. Sorry I didn't do as good today. And I will see you then. I hope you guys are going green out there and maybe made the goal like I did here. But it's a tough month, so be careful. All right, go green out there. I'll see you soon.